So one of the main issues that people have when it comes to cheap cologne fragrances is the smell will be good and it will smell like what it's supposed to be cloning for the most part, but the performance will be weak. And today I've picked out 6 of them that all have great performance and great smell, and they're all super cheap. I think all of these are under like 40 bucks at the most, and they all smell great and perform great. So if you enjoy content like this, it's like all I post is cheap fragrances, so maybe subscribe. And yeah, let's get right into it. First on the list, Haramain Amber Oud Aqua Dubai. So this one's gonna have base notes of musk, petitgrain, galbanium, and vanilla, middle notes of amber, melon, black currant, pineapple, with top notes of bergamot and mandarin orange. Now those are the actual notes, but honestly, this just smells like soap. Okay, it's a cologne of Louis Vuitton's Imagination. A very well done cologne, smells a lot like it, and a lot of these reviewers are going to tell you it's got all this citrus. It does have a tad of citrus off the top, but it smells like soap, okay? If you were to buy this, get it in the mail, and it smells like soap, you get a fragrance that smells like a bar soap and that upsets you, don't buy this because it literally smells like a nice, fancy bar soap. It smells great, it smells clean, it smells fresh, but it doesn't smell like anything but soap, okay? Now, the reason it's on this list is because it performs like an absolute monster. It lasts pretty much like solid performance for probably 8 solid hours, in my opinion. Now, is that 8 hours of strongly projecting at the 8th hour? Not really. You're gonna get really strong projection at first, but it's gonna linger and give a sillage for like eight solid hours. After that, it's gonna die down a little bit, become more intimate, you could say, but it's gonna last, be a skin scent all day. It's very strong. Everybody's gonna smell you. It's so strong, I'd never do more than maybe 3 to 4 sprays of this, because if so, it's heavy in my nose all day. But yeah, so Haramain Amber Oud Aqua Dubai, great performance. I'd highly recommend it. Next up on the list, Club de Nuit Sillage. Now this one's gonna have base notes of ambroxan, musk, sandalwood, and cedar, middle notes of rose, iris, and jasmine, with top notes of bergamot, lemon, lime, black currant, violet leaf, and ginger. Okay, those are the notes. To me, I really don't smell any of that. This is a clone of Creed's Silver Mountain Water, and it smells a lot like Creed's Silver Mountain Water. If you don't know what that smells like, this is not one that you should blind buy, okay? This, to me, doesn't smell like all those citruses and flowers. This is metallic and inky. You know, it's like the smell of ink, like wet ink. It could literally be a note in this. It's the main note I get. It's a metallic and like almost like you're smelling straight metal and inky, right? And it's very synthetic, but that's not a knock on this, because that is a lot of what Silver Mountain Water smells like. Silver Mountain Water itself being a very polarizing fragrance that not a lot of people like. It's a niche fragrance, and no, not that not a lot of people like it, but it's not going to be one that's a blind buy safe, is basically what I'm saying. But the reason it's on this list, again, is because it has great performance. It's such a heavy smell. This stuff, again, you're going to get solid 8 hours, 9, maybe even 10. It's going to linger all day. It's heavy. It's called sillage. It leaves a sillage. But again, this is a really unique smell, okay? It smells great. To me, it's inky, metallic-y. If that sounds like something you'd like, I'd recommend it. But if you don't like to risk it with things too polarized, maybe not. But regardless, it has great performance, so it's on the list. Next up on the list, Lattafa's Teriak Intense. So this one's gonna have base notes of amber and tonka bean, middle notes of plum liqueur and cinnamon, with top notes of saffron and bergamot. So this one, to me, I don't think this is a clone of anything, to my knowledge. This has been in a few videos of mine now. I really love it. It's a cinnamony, powdery type of cinnamon with a lot of amber and some powder and cinnamon. It's sweet, really good. Super blind buy safe, in my opinion. Definitely a winter fragrance, very blind buy safe, but the performance is fantastic. This stuff leaves a sillage, a very strong, thick sillage comes from this. It lasts a solid longevity. I'm going to give it a good 7 hours. And then after that, it kind of loses the heavy sweetness and dies down. But the performance is amazing. It leaves a great sillage. It projects great. And it smells, quite frankly, amazing. I highly recommend this. This is one of my top Lattafas of all time. And I've smelled a lot of Lattafas. This is definitely some of their best work. The guy that perfumed this actually perfumed, I forget, some like homage fragrances, some of their most popular ones. He made this, not a clone, an original, like $35. Smells like a high quality niche fragrance. I'd highly recommend it. That's Lattafa's Teriak Intense. Hey, next up on the list, another Club de Nuit. This is Club de Nuit Untold. This one's gonna have base notes of fir resin and cedar, middle notes of amberwood and ambergris, and top notes of saffron and jasmine. So this is a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540. In my opinion, the best clone that I've smelled of it, in my opinion. This is gonna be a little more sweet, in my opinion, slightly more feminine leading than the original, but not a feminine fragrance, definitely unisex. Okay, it's that cotton candy sweet, ambery smell, the lightness of it, the fluffy smell. This has it. It's a great clone of it, and honestly, this stuff is an absolute monster. You cannot wear more. If you wear like 5 sprays of this, you're gonna fill the entire room. That's too much. I do like 2 if I'm gonna be indoors. This stuff is strong, and it lasts all day. It's definitely one you can go nose blind to. You know, I think most people are familiar with Baccarat Rouge in the that ambroxany amberish that you can. It can be very fatiguing on your nose, and your nose will get fatigued and quit smelling it. But I promise you, you gotta wash this off pretty much until you shower. If you spray it on your clothes, you quite frankly might smell it after you wash your clothes. Okay, this stuff is extremely strong, especially after maceration. Even before maceration is great, but yeah, the scent. A lot of you are probably familiar with Baccarat Rouge. If you're not, it's one of the most popular fragrances for a reason. It smells absolutely amazing. This is like $25-30. I would highly recommend it. Next up on the list, this is Aromatics' Royal Taboo. This one's gonna have base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, and dry wood, middle notes of tobacco, cashmere, and jasmine, with top notes of cardamom, cinnamon, and amber. So this is a clone, I believe, of Creed Centaurus. So I've never smelled Creed Centaurus, so I cannot tell you if this is a good clone. I've heard it's very close, but this is not a blind buy safe one in my opinion. This smells very niche. It's definitely a winter scent. It's very strong. The tonka bean, tobacco, and cinnamon are the main things I get in this. Not a oudy type of scent, but it's in that department. It's strong. It's strong masculine scent. This is not one a woman could wear, but let me tell you, this stuff is an absolute monster. The scent profile of it is just very bold. Okay, so if you're gonna wear this, don't put a bunch of sprays on. This is definitely something that could be offensive to people. If you're in an enclosed area for a long period of time wearing this, you might give everybody a headache because it's very strong. But in my opinion, it's a great smell, and the longevity is very solid. Even without maceration, I got pretty much all day out of it. Performance wise, you'll get a solid 8-ish hours, and then it's going to die down to a more intimate smell, but still going to linger all day. It's going to stay on your clothes all day until you wash them. So for $35, actually I got this for $25 off Joma Shop. I don't know if the price is still $25, but that's why I ended up picking it up, because when these launched, he was selling them at like $60, but I seen it on sale for like $25. I picked it up. I don't regret it. I like the scent. That's that's French Avenue Aromatics' Royal Taboo. Next up on the list, and last on the list, Vulcan Foy or Pho, I don't know. It's gonna have base notes of tonka bean, cedarwood, ambergris, and moss, middle notes of pink pepper, jasmine, violet, and praline, with top notes of mango, lemon, ginger, and rhubarb, something I don't know how to pronounce. This is a clone of God of Fire, and a very well done clone. I actually have another clone of God of Fire. It's Montaigne's. I think it's called I forget what it's called. It's by Montaigne, but this is definitely the superior one. This stuff, it smells so good. It's mainly mango is the main thing I get from this. If you enjoy the smell of mango, you're going to enjoy the smell of this. It's really great, and the performance is absolutely amazing in my opinion. It's one that's going to hang with you all day. Smells great, smells fresh, masculine. It's pretty masculine. It's got the woodsy undernotes, but mainly fruity. I think a woman could wear it, you know, but it's an absolutely sensational scent. If you don't have this or anything in this DNA and you never smelled it, it's definitely blind buy safe in my humble opinion. And yeah, it's gonna last you all day. I'd highly recommend it. It's like 30 bucks. I bought it for 60 because I got it right when I came out because I really wanted it, so I overpaid like an idiot. But 30 bucks, Vulcan Foy, great performance, great smell. I would highly recommend it. That's gonna be it for me. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.